Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, viewers. Welcome once more to another scene for Requiem for London. Our scene is set as the doors to the now infamous Hilton Hotel open and one Nora Hillingham exits into the night. She has called her driver to the front, and they open the door for her as she gets in. The destination is Green's Park, right outside Buckingham Palace. And as the car drives off into the night, she reflects, or at least tries to reflect, on the events of the evening. But she's finding that difficult, especially after the state she now finds herself after the successful yet still disastrous raid of the kitchen rave. The car pulls up after several minutes, and as she steps out into the night, she can see the park. It is, well, it's a decent park. It isn't anything to write home about. Perhaps, maybe the only thing is its location, being just a stone throw away from the royal palace. Yet the park itself seems insignificant to her. The words Green Park still echo in her head from the spectral voices that visited her earlier this evening. What does she do?
What does she do indeed? The door opens and a foot hits the pavement, and upshot Nora exits the car like a boss. Jedrush, who is driving, is a bit worse for wear, feeling a bit pale. He doesn't know why. Nora knows exactly why. And we continue onwards. She is such a humanitarian that she'll just simply go, "You stay in the car, you're not feeling well, I'll get you some flu medicine when we get home." Then eyeballs the park, the lights, the green grass, and the trees reaching ever skyward. Takes a breath and inhale and just extends her senses a tiny bit. She knows this is going to be dangerous is an understatement, considering that that little chore that they had to do in the sunlight nearly killed them all. So she's pretty much going in, going, this is probably going to kill me, but fuck it, let's take the bull by the horns. Nobody's ever said anything bad about her so far, so let's not give them any reason to call her a coward. And onwards she goes.
In that case, give me a wits plus composure roll as your supernatural senses begin to scan the environment.
Wits and composure, and my composure is at a negative, so I'll only be rolling 4 dice today. And I have 1 success.
All right, that is enough. As you're looking around, there are barely a soul in the park. Like maybe a few people walking around the edges, but for the most part, and the odd hobo here and there, possibly trying to find a soft patch of soil to lay down for the night. You notice nothing really out of the ordinary. Your senses don't pick up, or at least at first. As you are walking, you begin to realize something strange. There is a hill nearby that you sort of haven't noticed before. It's not that it stands out that much. I mean, it's just a hill. But what's weird is that as you scanned the environment, not once did your eyes fall upon the hill and its contents. It's almost as though you, somewhere in the back of your mind, filed away as unimportant, undeserving of being looked into. And as you pay attention to it now, it is rather unremarkable, if not for the single tree that is at the top of the hill. A very old and gnarled-looking tree.
Well, eyes being drawn that way. Nora just wanders the park for a moment or two. Actually makes a comment to herself. mainly because this is something that she does when she's nervous. She always tries to crack a joke, probably the more politically incorrect the better, just to give herself that little oomph to actually get going. So as she takes in the air and has a breath and puts her hands on her hips and surveying the blaze like a musketeer his meat hall, and just say, well, let's see if I can get raped tonight, and then bouncily saunter off towards the hill.
As you approach it, you'll notice there's not a soul around, and as you approach it, something peculiar happens. You begin to feel a tiny bit funny in the head. Not like a headache, but almost muggy. Perhaps it's the stress from everything that's been happening. After all, this has been a very stressful few nights after what has happened. And it just slowly starts to sort of cloud your thoughts. It becomes ever so slightly harder to think, and as you approach, now you can't really stop staring at the tree as it's before you. This ancient, old-looking tree. And as you approach it, perhaps you're compelled to reach out and touch it. It is so old. It is
Hmm.
so quiet now.
Hmm. Do I want to reach out and touch it? Well, probably. Nora's a bit of a idiot. Um, but she recites a little line from a poem. Ah, like driftwood in the sand until it rots or shines. I wonder what it's going to be. And then just sort of reach a hand out and just trace the ripple of a bit of bark, feeling the roughness underneath the skin. Some of it may flake away at the age of it all.
Hmm. Strangely enough, it does not. In fact, the tree, despite its immense age, doesn't
Mm-hmm.
really give when you rub your finger around it. Not only that, but the tree is ice cold. Cold
Mm-hmm.
as death itself, you might think to yourself. Or far colder than a normal tree should be.
Hmm. Take the hand away. Hasn't burned or anything. Not like that bloody skull.
Not at all. You don't feel anything. In fact, it's
It's probably
still a bit
actually.
hard for you to think right now. At the very least, this tree has the sole focus of your attention, as it is.
Mm-hmm. Norrigan puts not one hand but two hands on it. Then just with a thumbnail start picking at it.
Hmm. Give me a. Let's see here. Let's go strength plus stamina.
Strength plus stamina. Negative one dice due to condition. I'm just saying it so that I remind myself.
Oh, no worries.
That's one.
It takes a while to come off, and it takes maybe like a minute, which is rather strange for such a dead-looking tree. But eventually, you're able to flake bits and pieces of the bark off, and it's not petrified, but it is so old it almost feels now like it'll just crumble to dust in your hands. It is though now that it's disconnected from the tree, it's so fragile. This piece that you held in the palm of your hand, even just moving it around slightly, has pieces of it beginning to break apart. Cracks
Most
are beginning to
interesting.
show in it.
I'll have a look at the bug that used to sit in the tree. Is the tree healing at all?
As you look at it, how long do you stare at it, I'd say? Actually, it doesn't matter how long you stare at it. It's hard for you to keep track of time now. You're just so engrossed in this tree, and as you begin to watch, you could swear that the bark is just ever so slowly starting to cover up the bark that has been
Mm-hmm.
taken off of it.
Hmm. How engrossed am I,
Oh, very
roughly?
engrossed.
Very
You are
engrossed?
so engrossed right now that you haven't even realized that sort of London has fallen away, and now you are sort of in this sort of foresty meadow right now, surrounded by leagues and leagues of dead trees. Not as dead as the one you are standing before now, but there are
Mm-hmm.
no car sounds, there are no nothing. However, as you are sort of examining this, please give me another wits plus composure. -1, in addition to any other minuses.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what were you? Intelligence, composure? I completely zoned for a
No,
second.
wits plus composure.
Wits, composure, right.
Yep, -1 plus any other minuses for conditions.
One success.
Excellent. You begin to feel like you're not alone anymore. Your predator's aura, your instincts, the beast, the hairs on the back of your neck, feel like they're standing up. Your beast is urging you that there's something else nearby, something else is watching you.
Mm-hmm. Um, I would at this point like to make a composure resolve roll. All negatives taken into account, so -2 dice at the moment, simply just to gauge a reaction, because Nora's going to try to be a smartass as per usual, but obviously if she fails, then she's going to not be such a smartass. That's cool. Okay, we'll hang in there. It's not the best of rolls, but sort of just nervously puts her hands in her pocket and starts just playing with her fingernails on the inside of her pocket and just goes, "So then, I'm looking for a person or persons that killed 2 people in the Hilton. They're very angry and upset, and could you please sort it out? Preferably without me."
It's quiet. As you look around, it becomes very obvious to Nora now that London is, well, not here anymore. There's nothing but dead, cold forest all around her. And as she looks around, like, ever briefly, she can catch glimpses of a glint in the treetops here and there, as though a glint of eyes are watching you.
um, Turns her back to the tree, tempted to lean on it, but is it like cold that it'll damage or cold, just cold, cold?
It is. It would just say like cold, cold right now.
Okay. In that case, I will do that. I'll turn and just go back to the tree. At least I know my back is to something. Because
Mm-hmm.
sensing predators right now, not happy about that. Knowingly walking into suicide mission, also not happy about that. Fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? I could die. Well, that happened 50 years ago. The hands come out of pockets and just fold at her chest, and she'll just stand there and just go, right. How long are we gonna have a staring competition?
Nora, after she snarks off at the tree, would kind of hear a high pitch. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Again, you would just hear high pitched laughter. No answer.
That was eventful.
Again, Nora just finds herself leaning against this tree.
Nora would also perhaps hear an echo of somebody saying, "Teach her a lesson."
And I'm guessing this is when I come in. Hearing that, Genevieve would appear from the trees and just be like, "Well now, what are you doing here?"
Leaning against a tree. What are you doing here?
"I live here." "What are you doing
Ah,
here?"
well, you see, if you live here, then possibly you're one of the people I'm looking for. Have you recently killed a man or 2 at the Hilton?
It's
Oh,
sort of
honey,
at
we've
that
all
point.
killed people.
Yeah,
Oh, I
sort of
know.
from all amongst the trees right now, laughter very similar to that just sort of begins to spread. Many voices join that laughter of this individual that Nora can hear,
Almost like bells.
almost like bells.
Yes, I know. Dastardly funny, you know. How many is it per second? Something like that. 3,000 people die per second. But try to remember 2 particularly obnoxious people. I mean, I'm not blaming you, but there are tad cross at you. Just a tad.
Just a tad? I'm just a tad bit cross to you that you've come here.
Well, I
Why
would
would
have
they
called, but
send
I
you
didn't
here?
know your phone number.
Again, you would hear from the top of the trees this kind of whispering arrogance.
To teach her a lesson.
Lessons. Well, I taught a very important lesson this afternoon. You'd like to know what it was? Manners. Manners are very important. So, I'm Nora. Pleasure to meet you.
I have many names. I have many forms. Yes.
I'm very happy for you. One will do for tonight, though.
Are you thirsty? We have plenty of food to go around. And
Hang on. Because you're talking to a fucking addict right now. No, I'm fine, thank you. I'm keeping my deprived condition. But you can see a little snark on her eyebrow. It's just like, it's like saying, here, would you like a hit? No, I'm fine, thank you.
Are you sure? Because we have plenty to go around.
No, please, I'm watching my
character. Out of character, I'm trying to come up with something.
No, it's all good. It's sort of at this point. Let me just look up the rules real fast.
She's hungry. We can tell.
Very hungry. I'm looking for the roll right here, actually. I want to
Blood
say...
for the dead. Blood for the dead.
Blood for the blood god is the goddamn line, sir. Wait your turn.
It is, and corn for the cornbread.
All right, I'm just going to wing it at this point because I can't find it. Could somebody please give me a...
Oh,
Let's go... Would it be manipulation plus their equivalent of blood potency versus Nora's resolve and blood potency?
okay, this is their power. So what is their power? If you want to type that in.
This is their signature power right now. What they're known for.
Well, they're
Sweet nothing.
It's a fail anyway. I think there's a lot of dice, so I'm sure they would get a success. It's going to be an automatic, I would have thought.
Nora's resolve has crumbled about 3 hours ago.
All right, please somebody give me the roll.
Well, sorry, I'm confused on how many dice. So it's there.
Oh, it's let's go with there's no basic stats, so I'm gonna say 5 dice. 5 dice should be good.
Okay, they do get a ridiculous amount of dice, but we'll see.
Maybe
Yeah,
6.
they're...
Go with 6. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
At that point, Nora,
take
you feel
7.
a
You're
bit
gonna win
weird.
anyway.
That muddled feeling in the back of your head returns as you're standing, leaning against this tree, then all of a sudden, it's like you're not. Instead, you're standing like over this person who's lying on the ground, who's trembling, who's looking up at you, and they're clutching their chest and they're looking at you, and there's this pleading look in their eyes as they are just trying to plead with you to spare them, but you actually just see yourself sort of go down and lunge at them, and then you're back at the tree once more. Still hungry, still starving. Better now? Actually, this individual is in a different place now.
Can you just not? Please.
Why?
Just nothing to hear.
Blood. She wants blood. Blood for the
Yes,
blood.
I fucking want blood. What more do you want? Huh?
Names.
I don't. There are no names. No. You're not changing this around me. I'm here because 2 people in the Hilton are dead because of you, and they are cross. There's none of this names from me shit, okay? I have my own problems, but I will fucking deal with them.
Arrogant.
This one
She
is
comes.
I think
hard.
she's still hungry.
She seeks blood at the tree. The tree. There's no blood here.
No, I didn't come here for dinner and a movie. I came here because how many of you fuckers are there even? Can I just
Alright, at this
come out?
point again, please give me that 3 dice again. They're going to try this again. David, please give me 5.
5 dice.
That's a wee bit better.
Nope,
One.
it's still. Oh, it exploded. Nope, again, it's this time you feel it, but now you feel your beast is scared. Like it's trying to lash against something, but there's something else there. This time inside of your head, you hear it just. Then again, this time you're standing over these 2 individuals. Like one of them is kneeling down and screaming at you, "At what have you done?" But then you just effortlessly reach over and then just break her neck, and she falls limp into your hands, and then you descend on both of them, just drinking. You can feel the hot blood on your lips, but then again you're just standing by the tree, still hungry.
She'll slide down the tree with her back, her hair just sort of catching a tiny bit, and just clasp the side of her head. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Please! And just banging her head against the back of the tree, and then clutch at her stomach. Oh! Alright. I know when I'm gone. I'm gone.
Make a deal.
No, you're not.
She wants to make a
She'll
deal.
disappear in the forest.
She wants to make a deal.
A deal, hey?
I don't know, Joe. I want to make a deal. I just want to get out of here right now. Thank you. Goodbye. It's been a
man
pleasure.
approaches you in a big suit. Well, isn't she lovely? Come here. Just a step closer, will you? He takes a step
Scrambling.
closer to you. He's almost at the tree, at the base of the tree now.
And being back to the tree wasn't a good idea at this point. Yeah. Back up, man. Back up.
Ah,
Don't let her
what's
go.
your
She's so
name?
much fun.
Little
Don't
thing.
listen to him, he lies.
You see, your stocks are high right now and I want to invest. Come here. Give me something. I can give you something. Do you want blood?
No.
I have blood
No.
for you.
No. No. Go.
Come here. A little closer. And he
Trust
extends his
him.
wrist.
Trust him.
Drink down. It's so much sweeter than
If you
anything
come
else
closer,
ever
I'm going
had.
to fucking attack you. I'm sorry.
Not so smart now, are you?
Come.
Oh, I'm exceptionally smart. Smarter than you. But
So
you just happen to be more of you. If there was more of me, you'd all be fucked.
So smart. So smart.
So confident.
So
Ignorant.
hungry.
Now, is there... Why do you want to invest? There's so much to invest in.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I have my blue chip stocks. I'm quite happy with them. Thank
I
you.
will make your stocks crumble. I will make your life disappear. I will see everything that you loved, cared for, die, and turn to ash.
Oh, that would be lovely, actually. I have a problematic daughter that won't fucking die, so I can't have my estate back. Now, can we please just... Can you let me up now?
How about we turn her?
Make her one of us. One of us.
One of us.
One of
All those stocks. You're giving me such an idea.
Stocks
Nora
all
will
right.
actually just stand, if she can.
Oh, what's she gonna try and do?
She's going to try and stand back up from where she was cowered down. I'm going to stare you down, motherfucker, whatever your name is, grandfather picket fence.
You can call me Tom. Nice to meet
Tom. Yeah, Tom.
you. He extends
Nora
a
will
hand
get-
and he brushes your hair.
She'll flick it off. If possible.
Ah, come on, don't be so feisty.
Some people like it like that.
I like it like that.
Mhm.
Gentleman he is.
As this laughter begins to spread amongst the trees once more, it will be an annoyance to Tom, though.
You'll hear suddenly music echoing through the trees, a very light melody that softly rises and gets stronger and stronger, and it comes out as and suddenly you'll see
Wow.
two. Describe how Nora reacts to this.
I've always hated Louis Armstrong.
So,
Claiming of more power because of its jovial jester nature. Fuck you.
as Nora's reacting to this, Louis Armstrong, thank you very much. Suddenly you'll see two Elvis impersonators that aren't appearing for some stupid reason. Hold on 1 second. Oh, stupid sign thing. Here we go.
Just
There we go.
quickly.
Yeah, sorry. You'll
is
see
Tom
these.
still there? Sorry,
It
just
looks like
quickly.
Tom has very silently walked back to the tree line, has disappeared within the
Okay.
branches, much like the other lady who was here earlier.
Cool.
Yeah, they vanish. And
So I'm getting up.
You'll see these two
Go,
Elvis
sorry.
impersonators emerge from the mist, from the shadows of the dead trees, and they seem to be approaching each other and singing to each other, going, "Wise men say only fools rush in. Shall
look, it's
I stay?
What the hell have I been
Would it
smoking?
be a sin if I can help falling in love with you?" They sing this constantly as they slowly get closer and closer to you until eventually they stop and they kind of still sort of humming the music and sort of clicking their fingers and dancing, and they slowly just approach both of you, approach you and just observe you, and they're still clicking their fingers to the music. Gyrating and
you guys were singing. The laughing has stopped, and the creepy man that tried to touch her is gone. She doesn't like being touched. So a bit of her old snark comes back, and she'll just go, "In the book, you sing the walrus and the carpenter. Just in case you forgot."
What's that, baby doll? Don't quite get it, man. They seem to finish each other's sentences. They seem to talk and look at each other without even looking at each other. They seem to just know exactly what they're saying and finish them. So how can I help you, cool chick? Yeah, how can we help you, cool chick?
Oh God, here it starts.
Oh, well, I've only been repeating the same bloody question for the last half an hour, so with any luck, I'll actually get some sense out of you people, and then I can be on my merry way. Far away.
We're the only two sane dudes in this place.
You say that. You say that. Okay?
Oh yeah. Hold down.
Pardon me for perhaps not quite buying the act, but we'll see how we go. Out of a scale of 10, so far I think we've had 11 in the crazy department. The fact that you actually... I'm looking for... somebody or some things that have killed 2 people in the Hilton, and I'm supposed to avenge them, but I know that's not going to happen, sweetheart. I am fully aware of that.
We can
But
totally help
if you'd
you.
be so
Cool, Dragon.
kind as to point me in the right direction,
He deserved it.
that would be lovely.
Oh, we'll be fine to help you, fine lady. Here, yo ho. Look,
I do find the Americans so detestable. I do apologize.
hey
Oh,
baby,
when do they leave the freaking Elvis generation behind?
hey baby, we're your fellas. If you're looking for the cool dudes that did this crime, hold on. Hey, you found them. These 2 sexy mofos
Oh, it
in
was
front of you.
you! Well,
Oh,
congratulations. You've certainly
well,
removed 2 parasites from society. I'm very happy with you. They're a bit pissed off, though.
oh, there's no
So we need to
reason
come to some sort of an agreement.
angry, baby doll. How do
Well,
the
it is.
folks?
You know that I was going to get that boatman to actually be my sugar daddy. You know, it took me a lot of time to get him under my thumb that much. It really cost me an investment.
Well, we have to ask you
Naughty.
this quick question, doll. Is how do you know this sugar baby?
Which one? What?
Hey,
Can
baby
you speak the
doll.
Queen's good English, please?
What?
Oh, for God's sake, here we fucking go.
How do you know this? The voice trembles.
How do I know
and-
this? A little bird told me.
A bird told her, folks. A little bird told her. Can I get a vote
And
from
all
little
throughout the
bird?
treetops, just the same laughter again reaches a fever pitch.
Can I get a point for she was told by little bird? Is that an 8 or a 9? And suddenly a bright light will emerge like around you as a number 9 or 9 points. And she got 9 points. Wow, her bird told her.
Thing is, it was a bird.
Does it really matter?
I think we lost this one. Let's leave this for Grandpa to decide. They'll walk off into the mist, singing the same song, Wise Men Say, Fools Rushing. And they will just disappear into the fog.
And if the old man's coming back, Nora's looking at them longingly, wishing they would come back, and he would fuck off again, because she doesn't like that one. She can't be smart with that one.
Now, this one is a bit different. Instead of emerging from the trees, as you look, there is this sort of path that wasn't there before that leads off deeper, almost like a forest trail, and you'll begin to hear the sound of a walking stick and the sound of footfalls slowly approaching you, and as you begin to extend your senses, you see an individual walking right up the path. It is as April will describe.
And the gentleman you see before you appears to be, early to mid-20s, perhaps someone who works in a college. Does not look threatening at all. And as he approaches the tree, the tittering and the laughter and the snarkiness comes to an abrupt halt as he kind of looks up and then looks at Nora. He will regard her not with contempt, but with kind of an amused kindness, and he would say, "My dear, you appear to be lost."
Oh, yeah.
He will extend
So many
his arm. He will extend his arm to her and say, "I think I know a rather nice path out of here. Would you care to take my arm, and I will see you to safety?"
What sense am I getting off this dude? I don't trust it.
Ben, what is she getting with this dude?
It is exactly as April described, just this sort of amused curiosity, but you may roll wits plus composure minus, I believe, 5 if you want.
Let's roll a dice and see what happens.
Chance dice.
No.
Yeah, it's exactly as April described then.
Uh-huh.
Does he take her arm? Does she take his arm?
Oh, fuck no. She's not fucking stupid. Well, later on then, I'll just keep these filthy mates to myself.
He looks a little offended that she did not accept his arm, but he will walk with her. And he will say, I'm not sure who sent you here, but you should know that when your kind wishes to pay us a visit, it's customary that you offer us something in return.
Ah. What is your kind? See, this is where I'm frightfully ignorant.
He will turn to her and snicker, not in a hostile way, but as he does that, you will see his eyes flash very brightly yellow for a moment, and it is something that you would definitely notice. And he will say, oh, my dear, you're not very old, are you?
As you don't ask a lady that.
Oh, but you're no lady, are you?
I have the chromosomes for it.
He smiles and continues to walk. As I said, I wouldn't want to see you hurt. You are a good-looking lady, as you said. And as you can tell, my brethren tend to get a little rambunctious when they get uninvited guests. So my advice to you, my dear, is be invited next time. Be assured that one of us will likely call on you. As to who we are, you may want to ask one of your elders that.
Oh no, they can all drown in shit for all I care.
As she says that, he definitely perks up and says, well, perhaps this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship then. We know how poorly they do treat your kind.
None of your business.
Out of character, would he be able to figure out she's full of shit?
Oh, yes. I would say this would be 7 dice minus Nora's subterfuge.
Actually, there's a little something behind that, but let's roll it and we'll see how much you get. Hey, I'll do
What's
wit
your,
subterfuge. Hey.
Oh, you want to have it be contested? I was just going to have it be minus. In that case, this is going to be, 7
tough
dice.
for Nora.
That's fine. You only need 1 dice to roll a 10. And I've seen 1s out of 16 dice pool, so let's see how we go. And thankfully, STs, correct me if I'm wrong, my wits doesn't suffer on depraved. It's only stamina, resolve, and composure. If I can get a confirm on that.
Hold on, I'm just double checking. I think you are right. Yeah, it's only...
Okay. Here we go. 1. Oh, it was worth the roll.
So yeah, he knows. He can see through Nora's very feeble attempt at trying to just play it off as humor.
So as things usually go, typically...
Unless I got that wrong.
Yep, she is one of the accused youngers.
You will get something more out of that. That there is a sense of competition. When she says, "Oh, they can all go drown in shit for all I care," that there is some people that she wishes that on, but it's not that she wants to kill them. It's just that she wants them to become anonymous. She just wants them to just not exist, to be in her way.
The grandfather would take that into account, and again, a soft smile. This is everything they could have hoped for and more, even more fun than the kindred they are toying with in town currently. He will continue to walk her, and as they emerge through the mist, would he be able to compel her to say her name, Ben?
Oh, hands down, yes.
Okay.
This would be
Actually,
Hell!
Actually introduced myself.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know to me. Probably not.
No, not to grandfather, but to the kids.
Okay. So we gotcha. She will. So he will see her to the path, and as they emerge through the fog and the thickness and the mist and the confusion, London begins to reappear.
A
And
few other things begin to happen too, but great description so far. It would be the sense that you have right now while you are by the trees begin to return. You're no longer as muddled. But as that sort of begins to fade, so too do you find yourself starting to find it hard to remember what happened while you were at the tree. The conversations you had with these individuals, the things you said, what was said to you, and very quickly it's becoming harder and harder to remember what happened, although the feelings from all of that remain as strong as they were before, filling you with more and more confusion. But even more so, as your senses return, you begin to smell, and you can smell that there is a lot of blood on you right now. Your clothes are just caked on with dried blood. It must be at least maybe a day or so old. Again, like this individual just continues to smile and lead you. It's you are now walking just along the pathway in Green Park. Please continue, April.
It's not Kindred Vitae, is it?
No, it's not. Not.
I mean, yay, deprived.
I'm assuming she's appearing distressed.
Oh yes, she is.
Got it. He will try and kind of gently tap her shoulder as if to comfort her if she misses that or doesn't violently pull away.
Probably you'll get one pat in. I'm gonna say that you'd go for like the pat, and then for the shoulder grasp, like a jolly old grandfather would. The tap she'll allow, the shoulder grasp she won't.
Got it. As she pulls away, he smiles again and kind of rubs his fingers together, to disperse the moisture. Oh, they are all so similar, and they all start out the same way, and they end the same way. He mutters to himself, and he looks to her again, and he has this kind of forced kindness. And he says, "Remember, dear Nora, next time have something to trade."
Like what? What do you like, Swarovski crystal?
This is more of a response. You're finding it hard to realize what he's talking about right now.
Okay, fair enough. In which case, when the old fellow says something to trade, she'll probably just dreamily go, "That's 15 karat gold. Nice iconography, brought by the Russians. Swarovski crystals, maybe a Fabergé egg. That would be lovely."
As she is muttering to herself and perhaps coming back to her senses, perhaps not, he kind of adjusts his glasses and pushes them forward up on his nose and sticks his hand in his tweed jacket and begins to walk away, heading back into the mist.
Nora is alone now in Greens Park. She came here for a reason, and she feels like she succeeded in that reason. But what it is
really?
now, she can't remember for the life of her, but in her head just a feeling of dread, fear, anger, confusion, profound confusion, all surrounding that tree on the hill in Green Park.
And a song.
Yeah, and the song, this lingering Elvis song in your head. As you become more cognitive and you can hear your beast urging, it is only saying one thing: run, run, run away from the hill, run away from the tree, run away from Green Park, run away now while you still have a chance.
Mm-hmm. My beast is a wise thing. My beast is probably wiser than I am, which is why I'm going to be the stuck-up venture that attempts to make a roll to tell that fucker to shut up because I will leave, but I'm walking.
Right, excellent.
Bitch.
I believe that would be a resolve plus composure.
Oh, you got
any
minus. You got
penalty?
minus. You got minus some dice there, man. Come on.
Oh boy, yes.
Mm.
I'd say minus 3.
Okay. Ah!
Wow,
Fuck you.
true to the end.
7 does nothing. Yes. But the suit is getting straightened, the sleeves are getting rolled up, hands on the hips, and over the shoulder. And I'm walking to my car. And then I'm going home and having a shower, and again crawling up in the fetal position in the bathtub with cold water covering me so I can't hear or see anything.
Well, unfortunately, the nightmare is
Okay.
not quite over yet. As you get to where the car was parked, you see that it is long gone. And as you're looking around, you begin to realize just how much time has passed while you've been here. It's you just seem to have lost all sense of it. And as you pull out your phone and look, you might have to do a double take or another check because it's been at least 2 days since you arrived in the park.
Shit. Where have I been sleeping?
You don't know.
The actual fuck.
You have no idea. It it's just a blur. This part of your time is just gone.
Calling my staff. Actually, okay. Here's a question. If it's an illusion, then I'll have full phone battery. But if it has been 2 days, then my phone battery will be almost gone. Where's the phone battery at?
It is almost gone.
Okay, so it has actually been 2 days. Fuck. On my last phone battery, I'll give Jedrej a call. Actually, I'll give him a text, which costs less power, just in case he's fucking around.
Oh, funnily enough, you do have a few messages from yourself on there. They seem to have been written, some of them in varying strange degrees. One of them is a number saying, "Contact me if you change your mind about making great future investments." Another one is just going to be a link to a YouTube video of that Elvis Presley song. And then the last one, what do you think the last one would say, Emily?
Blood for the blood god.
Really? Okay, that isn't what I had in mind, but it'll work, So, but it looks like it was a message from you, though.
¿Qué pasa? So hang on, are you saying that it looks like Nora texted herself, or what's going
Yep.
on?
Essentially, it's messages that she just put on her phone, like in a notepad or a note to
Ah,
self sort of
okay,
thing.
right. Note to self
Like
thing.
along with your other schedules and all of your other appointments, all of some of your research notes and stuff.
Cross-reference them with the times that they were put in, so that I can at least have a track of roughly who I spoke to when and how dilated the time was at the time.
Well,
If that makes any
strangely
sense.
enough, once was on the day that you went to the park, or on the night that you went to the park, and that was the aforementioned Blood for the Blood Gods one. One after that was near the end of that night, and that is the whole stock thing. On the second day, though, was the one involving the Elvis Presley song.
Mm-hmm. And for the record, how covered in blood am I?
Very, but luckily you wore something very dark, so it's hard to tell at a distance or even up close unless you were like in the light or like probably inside a well-illuminated building.
I'm going to suck at a piece of my clothing. I want to get a bit of information. Is it just human blood, or what's going down?
Oh yes.
That is a roll.
Take it away.
So yeah, just it is a roll, and as you drink the vitae, a taste of blood. So you can determine what is, and it is wits and composure.
Wits and composure is at 2. Nothing.
Ooh.
I probably think it's something amazing.
Well, as you're tasting it, you get these strange nostalgic feelings as though you can almost remember doing this. It's a familiar flavor, but for the life of you, it's like a dream you had. It's just so hard to keep grasping in your fingers. It always just slips through them right when the words are on the tip of your tongue.
I
Right
have
when you're.
more jacket to suck on, so we'll worry about that later.
And Hugh, what does Nora Hillingham do now?
Where's my staff? Is he coming to pick me up? Has he
Oh, yes.
responded?
As soon as you make the call, you will get it back, and he does sound very worried and say that you didn't really contact him since you have been known to, well, not, you've been known to like keep touch with your employees. They didn't know exactly what to do, but knew they couldn't really go to the police about this, so they've just been sort of running around with chickens with their
Very
heads
good.
cut off.
Very good stuff. Good stuff. Pat on
So
head.
like within like 5 minutes, like your driver pulls up and just like hurries out and opens the door for you, and as you get inside, you can probably still shaking at this point, almost the dam's about to burst, and he speeds you off back to your room at the Hilton. And I think that is where we are going to end this nightmare for now. Although, some say it could be just the beginning. Thank you all for watching, though, and have a wonderful night.